Well, hello, friends and neighbors. We welcome you to our house. Although the big announcer voice guy already did that. He said, "Welcome." Okay, so we're so thrilled to be back. So thrilled. I know I am.
I know
Are
I
you,
am.
Sugar Britches?
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Okay. So TJ and Jody's house, always sponsored by Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. Now, the airing date of this is September 30, and there are 30 days in September.
Yes.
So, as far as we know, this is the last day of the big time specials going on at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress all over the Lake Norman area of Charlotte. And you said there was a sectional that they have that's like cut down so far, like cut to the bone, neighbors.
Yes, it's an Aspen sectional. It's the floor model clearance. Really pretty, and it was $24.99, and now it's $15.99.
Well, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
And these are nice. This is not just old ratty furniture that they're, just dragging off of some truck that was what do they call those things at outlet stores? Slightly irregular or slightly imperfect?
Yeah, they're not.
This is really nice stuff and
Yeah.
beautiful. They have designers there at Sweet Dreams that help you put everything together, and they're the ones that also pick the furniture that goes in the store, so they're not putting any bad stuff in there.
There's lots of different things on sale, though, and one of them is it says 30 to 50% off the 2023 collection of the Tempur-Pedic mattress.
Ooh.
I know.
Now, I love a Tempur-Pedic.
Yep.
I love a Tempur-Pedic and an Adirondack chair. And I
Yep.
think they've got both of them there.
And then they have, is it Nectar mattresses? And they are up to 40% off.
Nectar.
Nectar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so
Anyway,
whether you
tons
are
of stuff on
looking
sale.
for, living room furniture or bedroom furniture, and of course the mattresses and the pillows that are so
Yeah.
fantastic and technologically advanced and all of that. Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress, serving the entire Charlotte area with their great delivery team, and all over the Lake Norman area with the stores and stuff that they have. So they've grown a lot since we've known them, and it's because they do things the right way. So Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. Go to tjriggins.com/mattress to find them and check out all these great deals. Sounds like a sweet deal to me. Something that we need to talk to you about, but it's not not happy or funny at all. It's quite the opposite. We are experiencing in our home state of North Carolina, the state from which the state we live. I was going to say from which we broadcast, but the state we live, up in the mountains of North Carolina, there's just complete devastation from Hurricane Helene and floodwaters like you've never seen.
It's awful.
It's just terrible. And we keep getting videos from, people showing videos of things just washing away in the streets. And places like Boone, North Carolina, where there's a college there, Appalachian State University, just underwater. And we go up there a lot. We're there several times a year.
Yeah, I mean, we've been living here 26 years, and we have gone there about every year, at least in the fall. I know we've gone. It's so pretty. It's not far from here, but to see the devastation that's that close to us is unreal.
And
Heartbreaking.
it's only an hour and a half drive from here, if that. So we'll just sometimes go up there for the day and
Yeah.
back. But we love that part of the state. As a matter of fact, we would like to, and we've always, dreamed of one day having a small place up there
Yeah.
in the mountains of North Carolina. So anyway, it's obviously, we're not the ones who are, the ones that you need to be worried about. I'm just saying that that's a connection that we have up there, and the people there are going through a lot of stuff. There's people saying that they're stuck and they can't get out because all they can do is get in a helicopter is the only way they're going to be able
Yeah.
to get out and things like that.
Yeah, and they're running out of food. I mean, I've seen people up there with little kids, people stuck up there with pets. I mean, it's It's devastating. And there are lots of places that you can donate things.
Yeah, and this morning our charity Peyton's Promise donated $5,000 to Samaritan's Purse, which is Franklin Graham's organization, and you know the Graham family is a big deal with us. We're huge supporters of theirs, and Samaritan's Purse is always, you know, they're usually the first ones on the ground and things like this that are there to help. So we donated to them, and if you would like to help and you can donate, you can go to tjriggins.com/help, and then we'll make sure that, you know, we can help as many people as possible that way and facilitate the entire thing. So tjriggins.com/help.
Yeah.
It's bad business.
So bad.
And also in Florida, you know, there are places that are hit in Florida that are just, I mean, unbelievable. I was first thinking that obviously Florida was going to be the worst hit. But the devastation in North Carolina is just as bad as it is in Florida, I think, in certain parts.
Yeah.
Well, we have a big week ahead of us because, well, I don't know how big it is. I got to do some pressure washing, I've been told, sometime this week. That's a big week, you know.
But you like that.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But I did so much of it last time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that I'm going to have that kind of time to just throw myself into it, Jody, you know, emotionally.
And maybe you won't have to do too much.
Yeah. Because the other night when we were out, we knew this storm was coming through, this storm, and we were having to move plants and outside furniture and all of this stuff. And when we were doing that is when Jody discovered that I needed to be pressure washing. As soon as this storm goes by, as soon as you got time.
Yeah.
After the storm.
Well, the problem is you got the front of the house looking so good, but then you haven't hit the sides or the back. Hello? It's all one thing.
Yeah.
So let's get on that.
But that's all you can see. That's all you can see.
Yeah, but you also like pour yourself into things like all in and then, I'm done.
I know.
We can't do that.
Right.
The house has to get complete.
I haven't done that with you. I've been living with you for almost 30 years.
I know.
Man,
I've been with you almost 30 years.
That is,
oof.
What is that? 2 weeks from now, it'll be 30 years, our anniversary.
It's a few weeks, yeah.
Oh yeah, because this is just the 30th. So tomorrow's the 1st.
Yep.
So wow.
On the 22nd.
Well, I know the date. I know the date. I don't forget dates and all like that.
Yeah, if we make it.
Yeah, I know. That's a long time.
Yeah.
That is a long time.
You better get that house power washed. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, what happened? Well, he didn't get that house power washed.
Yeah, we're done.
Okay, so we got a lot of stuff to tell you about that's going on that will be a lot more lighthearted than floods and devastation and things like that. So, but we just wanted to throw that out there because we talk about real things, and these are real things. And please, if you can help with the people who are victims of this flood, go to tjriggins.com/help. tjriggins.com/help. More coming up next.
Every Monday, there's a fresh new episode of the TJ and Jodi House podcast starring TJ and his wife, Jodi. It's a look inside their lives, and you don't want to miss it. It's all brought to you by Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. Go to tjriggins.com/mattress for more information. That's tjriggins.com/mattress.
Okay, here we are. Welcome back to TJ and Jodi's House, the most successful podcast in all of the internet's history. Thank you for making us that most listened to and watched podcast. So Jody's all into a bunch of different shows now.
Shocker.
Now, didn't we just watch a show that was good together?
Yeah.
Was it that couples retreat?
Perfect
one?
Couple.
Perfect Couple. Was that? You sure that's what? Yeah, Perfect Couple, not Couples Retreat.
Yeah, that's a movie.
But I thought we had watched something else since then. We're still watching our little Fire Country show.
I'm kind of.
But I mean, there have been some scenes in the ones that we've seen. We're about middle way through the first season, and we're laughing hysterically. And the scene is so serious. It's a guy who's dying, you know, because it's all about this fire rescue department in California, and the guy has been exposed to carbon monoxide, and he's got oxygen on his face, and he's trying to tell the firefighters that there's another person in there, and he keeps saying her name, whatever it is, you know, Marlene, and he'll try to take that thing off to talk to them, and they're talking to each other, and they'll just take the oxygen mask and put it, breathe this, don't try to talk, don't try, and so they're basically just pushing this thing and holding it on his face while he's trying to talk to him.
At least 6 times.
Yeah. And it
Different times.
It was supposed to be so dramatic, but we are laughing like idiots. I mean, just all out hee-hawing at this.
That show is comical to me.
Yeah.
I mean, the fire trucks, you know, go about 5 miles an hour to get to a fire. People run faster than the truck.
And then when they got the call in this episode we watched that there was a CO2 leak, and there was somebody having no, it just said they're having a what do you call it when you're breathing, a breathing problem, respiratory issue is what it said. So as they're walking into this place, it was at a brewery, and as they're going into this place, it was a man firefighter and a woman firefighter, and they're sitting there talking about, you know, well, what are you going to do about your dad? Well, so they're talking about her dad's financial issues. And they just, oh, wait, here's a guy that's almost passed out on the floor and he can't breathe. Instead of hitting the place and just running, like, where's the person? Where they're sitting there talking about the drama in their life.
I mean, they take the stay calm in a scary, urgent situation to a new level.
And the new season starts the 13th of October.
But there are 22 episodes of this first season.
Yeah, that's what network TV usually is.
Golly.
They have that many episodes.
I don't know if I'm going to make it through.
But Jodi watches other things.
Yeah, you've made that clear.
By herself. And what is the big discovery that you made, the big discovery while watching your show that you're into now?
The Golden Bachelorette. 'Cause I don't really watch The Bachelor or Bachelorette, like the young ones. But
you used to really love it.
I used to love it, but I've gotten older, so. And then the Golden, so they've only had the one Golden Bachelor, which I just watched it because they're so sweet. It's like it's so different than the younger ones. Nobody's catty and fussing and fighting and all that. So I flipped on the one that's the Golden Bachelorette. She's the first one the other night, and I'm looking at all the men that are popping up there, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I think I could be a Golden Bachelorette because some of these bachelors are 50s and they're late 50s.
Yeah.
So then I'm like,
so did you not know that?
And then a lot of them are 60 and older. Okay. And then I was like, well, maybe not. And then they do a prom, like their prom or whatever. Mm-hmm. And they welcome their musical guest for the prom, and it's Taylor Dane. And I ran into you and I said, hey, if I was doubting that I could be on the Golden Bachelorette, it is solidified now. The singer for the prom is Taylor Dane.
And you were thrilled about it.
I was.
Love Taylor Dane.
Yeah.
Well, what made you think before that you couldn't? I mean, obviously.
I don't think of myself as golden.
Well, you watched the Golden Bachelor, and weren't the women about the same age as you?
Yeah, I just didn't feel like it or something. I don't know.
So, do you play the game in your head? Like, if you were trying to, pick the Bachelor for the Bachelorette, like you are the Golden Bachelorette? Yeah, you're the Golden Bachelorette.
No, I don't play that
game.
Are you
looking at those guys and going, oh, okay, that's the one right there?
No. No, I'm not. I'm actually not.
Dr. 54-year-old from California. It's,
No, and I have to say, I think the youngest I've seen is 57 or 58. Mm-hmm. But that the rest are in their 60s. But they are sweet and precious.
Well, how old is the woman that's the
I think
Golden
she's
Bachelorette?
60 or 61. Yeah. But, I'm creeping up on that.
So Taylor Dayne may have been a little after their time.
One of the guys that's the
Maybe not.
bachelor on there said he went out with her.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, tell it to my
Crazy?
heart.
Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah, but I like that. But I've also been watching Secret Lives of, is it Secret Lives of the Mormon Wives? Whoa. That's a whole different, that's
Yeah,
the
is
young
that real?
people. I think it's real.
And what?
Don't tell me it's not. Just
No,
let me
I'm just
guess.
asking because I just can't see
Yeah.
the Mormon
Well,
community
yeah, you could.
saying, all right, let's make a reality show about, scandal that we participate in and all that. Because
Well,
you
they're
act like
bored.
you act like it's raunchy and stuff. Is it?
A little bit.
Well, what kind of stuff do they do on the show? That
Well, I mean, the biggest thing that came out, and it was all over. I'm not on TikTok, but apparently these girls have a TikTok called Mom Talk, and a big scandal came out because one of them said that they do soft swinging.
soft swinging.
Yeah, I know.
What does that mean?
From what I've gathered, like all in front of each other, but not actual relations.
Oh, okay. All right. So they make
very
out.
weird.
They switch and make
I
out
guess.
with each other.
I guess.
Huh. Soft swinging.
But you know what? They always talk about how they can't have alcohol or is it caffeine?
Any type of drug or stimulant.
But they go to all of these different places to get drinks. Like they mix different sugar-free syrups and things, and they mix them all. And there's all these drink places around Utah, and there's tons of them. I think one was called Swig. And they go to those and they order them, and they're in like big, huge, like if we go to QT, and and they get that's what they do, like that's what they love, and
They can't just get Sprite or something because it's caffeine free.
well, that's boring. They want to add the flavors and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you know.
Because did you have Mormon kids in your class growing up?
I don't think I did.
I did, and whenever we would have school parties or something, she would just bring, Sprite when everybody else, they were giving them Coke. And,
Yeah.
Of course, when the rest of us, like say in the third grade Halloween party and all that, the rest of us were smoking cigarettes. They couldn't do that.
That's
They weren't
nice.
allowed to do that.
That's really cute.
It's Winfield, Louisiana.
Oh, nice.
We'll say what's up.
I'm sure they appreciate
What's
that.
up? What's up to my homies? Soft swinging.
Yeah, it's weird. It's been, and this girl's been interviewed by so many different podcasts and stuff about saying that. But hey, got people talking, and now these girls are making some monies.
Well, they weren't already wealthy.
I don't know, but they are now.
Because I picture them being like the Real Housewives and stuff. Like they're
Little
they're
bit.
already, kind of
Yeah.
well-to-do, and they're bored, and they have to do all these things that keep
Yeah,
themselves.
they're like 20, like anywhere from 22 to 31. 22, kid, married and divorced. Like it's.
Oh, I know a lot of people back home that would have had that situation.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Get married young, have
Yeah.
a kid, and then it doesn't work out, and move
Yeah.
on. Yeah, no harm, no foul.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so how do you watch something? How do you go from the Golden Bachelorette, where you say you like the fact that everybody's old because it's sweet, and then
Yeah.
you go to that one where nobody's more than 31
I love all.
and they're trashy?
I love all things. It all entertains me.
Okay. All right. We got to take a break. Got more coming up. Hey, we're here again with Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. And Richard, with the interest rates falling, that affects so many people in a good way, especially, we just talked to one of your clients who's a veteran. I know you're a veteran, and there's something special for vets all the way around with this, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a fantastic time. If you're a veteran, you can refinance your house. You can just do it for rate and term. It's very easy. It's very fast. If you need some cash, we had one Marine that wanted to build a fancy deck and a great big backyard kitchen. And we still saved this guy $467 a month. He was able to improve his home and save $467 a month. That's how much the rates have dropped.
That is incredible.
Yeah, all you gotta do is call me at 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com.
Yeah, it's a free 5-minute phone call, and chances are, if you get to speak to Richard, he'll be on his way for a big appearance, the way celebrities do and all that. But still, call him today or go to homewithrichard.com.
Richard Cottle Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
So, Jodi, what do you think I would say is the most exciting thing that has happened between us this week? What?
I think you're kind of yelling at me.
Am I?
Yeah.
Sorry. Jodi.
Whoa.
All right.
Calm down.
I was talking about excitement, so I got too excited. Sorry.
Okay. Whew. Gracious.
Jodi,
Yes.
what would you say I would think is the most exciting thing that's happened at our house this week?
This week?
This week, yes.
Exciting, like
Like-
you're happy about it?
Yes. I'll go ahead and tell you.
Quit being weird.
The star of this week, as far as I'm concerned, would be your famous enchiladas that we got this week. Jodi made enchiladas Thursday night, and they are so delicious.
Yeah, it's one of my 5 things I can cook.
And the thing about it is it makes so much that there are leftover
Yeah.
enchiladas. And the very second I hit stop on this thing that we're doing right now and the equipment shuts down,
Yeah.
I'm going to get one of those enchiladas.
Me too.
Look at that. Coming together, y'all. Coming together. And
They are good.
then yesterday we went to an Oktoberfest celebration. I've never been to one. Have you?
No,
It was,
it's fun though.
what did they call it though?
Cantober.
Cantoberfest. Because it was in Kannapolis, North Carolina, where we go all the time, with our little friend Jenny and handsome husband Michael. And it was fun. It was like a little cool little setting they have in the festival atmosphere. A lot of people, several people came up and talked to us. They recognized us.
Yeah.
And handsome husband Michael was going through the drive-through at Chick-fil-A. Was it Friday?
Friday.
And one of the ladies that worked there said, "Oh my goodness, you are handsome husband Michael, aren't you?" And he said, "Why, yes, I am."
We did not. Oh, that was funny.
I mean, he's big time star.
Yeah. But it was fun yesterday. And I think Kannapolis doing that again next weekend too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was we couldn't figure out what was going on the baseball field there. They have that big minor league baseball field.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting out on the little patio that's, it's up high in right field. It's little friend Jenny, handsome husband Michael's little apartment thing that they got there so they could watch baseball and eat hot dogs all the time. And we kept thinking, okay, they're setting up a band on a stage, like a concert type band, like, not a rock band, but some kind of band where you would have guitars and drums and that sort of thing. And they had bales of hay and pumpkins on it.
And mums.
Pumpkins and mums. So we thought, oh my goodness, look, we're about to get us
A little concert.
a little free fall concert.
You said it was going to be country because it was haystacks.
Yeah, okay. Because I don't necessarily, imagine a rock band coming in there and putting hay and mums
Right.
and pumpkins on the stage.
Right.
And so the more they start warming up and everything, and we thought, oh, this is a church thing. This is, and
And they had a prayer tent. We saw
did.
that come up.
yeah. But see, none of this was up when we first got there. They were setting everything up. So obviously, if we'd have looked over and then saw, oh, well, there's a prayer tent, we
It
would have
wasn't
known.
there. Yeah. We didn't.
It wasn't there.
It wasn't up there yet. And then what was the other tent that I thought it said?
Oh,
I didn't have
they
all my
put-
glasses.
They put up this tent, and it's a radio station. You can tell the way the logo looks and everything. and she goes, "Oh, look at that, hits 96 or hits 96.5." I can't remember exactly what it said, and I looked at it and I said, "Jody, that says his 96.5, meaning the Lord's."
Well, that was even
96.5.
that was. I'm telling.
Hits.
I really need to keep these
Hits.
glasses on my face.
It's hits 96.5.
I was like, "What's his?"
You know them?
96.5.
She's like, "You know them?"
You go. That's his. So, oops.
So, we're sitting there, and they get more and more of the people coming in. There's a marching band type group that came in, and people
Yeah.
are filing in and all that stuff. And we're sitting there, and it's little friend Jenny. We're sitting on these big Adirondack. That's where we did our show there a couple weeks
Yeah.
ago. These really tall Adirondack chairs, and they're like bar stool kind of chairs. And there's Jenny, Jody, and then I'm on the end. And all of a sudden, we hear this really angelic voice of a young lady start singing, "Oh, say, can you see?" And when that happened, we looked at each other, and I jumped up, and then they jumped up, and we hand over our
took your
hearts.
hat off?
Took my hat off, hand over the heart, looking at the flag, and she stopped. And we're like, hold on. And then we look like morons standing there, and then we have to take our hands off our hearts and sit back down. Who does sound check with the Star Spangled Banner? You never heard any. She
And
was
they
sound
said,
checking.
they said check, or didn't they?
Yes.
Like,
She's like, "Oh, say, can you see?" By the time we stood up, she was like, "Check, hit, testing." Like, what?
and we were like, what? Yeah, we did look like dorks. Oof.
But I've never heard anybody sing the
Sound check on
Star
that.
Spangled Banner as a sound check.
I know. Oh,
It
well.
made us look like.
Well, we were trying to be respectful.
No, we were definitely being respectful. I mean, I can be walking in the middle of a jungle with people chasing me with spears and machetes, and if I hear dun dun dun, I stop.
Yeah. Of course. Of course.
So I felt like a moron.
Well, at least you looked like a moron with us.
Yeah.
You weren't alone.
And then Michael was inside laughing at us. He saw it all happen out of the sliding glass door.
Yeah, he thought that was kind of funny.
But then we were worried that nobody was coming.
I
Because
know.
we kept saying, "Oh, there's nobody here yet." But we were way ahead of time. They didn't start until later, and by the time
I think
we
they
left,
started.
they were getting there.
Yeah, I think they started at 7, and it was 6:30, and there was a lot of people piling in. But what a great idea to have a church service like that on the baseball field.
Yeah, it was probably some sort of an
outreach thing?
or revival kind of thing.
Yeah, because the big sign said, didn't it say "Love your community" or something like that?
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was
I
neat.
didn't see it.
It was neat.
But I hope it didn't turn out to be something that we're against. Like we thought it was a church thing, and then now it was some kind of a thing where they were mocking the church.
Well, I don't think they'd have a prayer tent.
You never know, Joe.
Oh, stop. Oh, gosh.
They need to have prayer tents at more things. I'll tell you that right now.
Agree. Agree.
So then, the week starts and it's no more fun. No more fun till the next weekend. That's what our lives are about,
I feel like last
Jody
week
mocks
took
my
forever.
shows. My Fire Country show. She mocks it.
Yeah.
I don't have a show right now that I'm watching.
What? That didn't even sound like it. Because you've
I
watched
didn't-
them all.
No, I've been too busy.
Yeah, you have been busy. Yeah.
Somebody blowing
Do
up
you
my
f-
phone
Don't
all
you
the
feel
time.
like last week just drug by? Or did you feel like it went fast?
No, I thought every day was Friday when I got up.
I mean, it was just like, ugh. Yeah. It was. There's some weeks like that. And we did lose power, not a big deal considering everything else. But we lost power for 7.5 hours on Friday. And then we got sick of sitting here bored, so we said we're going to go somewhere. So we did one. We took a little drive and took a swoop through Aldi because I love Aldi.
Yeah.
And drove around, and what do you know? We weren't gone 30 minutes, and neighbor texts me that it's back on. I knew if we left, it would come back on.
You're absolutely right, Jody. You and I both are golden.
Because we went through Aldi. Hey, I'm gonna tell
We're
y'all
just
what.
making one loop through Aldi. Then we went to got us a sugar-free Dr. Pepper and split it.
Listen though, young people love Aldi.
I know.
It's a TikTok craze, the Aldi.
I know.
Well, because I follow. I'm not on TikTok, but I follow the Instagrams where all the Aldi stuff comes out on Wednesdays. It's so exciting. Shut up! And you were all up in
You
it.
follow the Instagrams, do you?
He was all in it.
You don't. You're not on the TikToks, but you follow the Instagrams.
I do the reels.
Okay.
But you loved Aldi.
Yeah, I do. I like going places and just looking at things, and if it's something I have an interest in, but going into a home improvement store or something, I don't want to just go in there and browse. But Jody will leave me.
Yeah.
And I'll look up and she'll be standing outside. You could have told me that you were ready to leave.
He takes too long. Oh.
But if she stops to look at something, I'll stop with her.
But you don't
And
have
wait.
to.
I know, but I wouldn't go get in the car and not tell you.
I didn't get in the car.
If you had the keys, you
I
would
didn't
have.
go get in the car, but you've
done that before where
meander around. And listen, we've talked about him before, loving an impulse item. He will go to like a Walgreens or CVS and stand in front of that section for 30 minutes.
The impulse aisle section?
Yes.
You mean the
seen
TV?
on TV.
Yeah.
And then you'll do that in any store. I don't know what you're doing.
It just boils down to whatever you're looking at is important and whatever I'm looking at is not.
That's not true.
That's exactly what
It's
it means.
just I can look at something, I look at it, and I move on. You look at it and just, I think you're dreaming of different ways you can use whatever the item is, or, hey, I can even see you being like, I had one of those when I was a kid. And then your mind goes off, because that's how you do.
I know, but I'm looking at it more like if it's something that's a really good price on thing, I'm looking at it thinking, like, is this low price even worth this item? You know what I mean? Is this item worth the low price? Because then I start thinking about how you could use it, what you would do with it, how many times I might use it.
This is why
those
it takes
kinds of
so
things.
long.
Like, what would I even do with this? This looks
I just
cool.
do. I go, oh, that's cute. Okay, now, no, don't want to pay that. Move next.
Or I look at it and think, now the ways that I would use this, would it be worth getting or not? Because I could use it for this, for that, for this. Because I don't like unitasker things, especially kitchen appliances and all that. So that when I go into a store that has that kind of stuff, I want to really stare it down and figure out. But that's why I don't go to stores with you. That and you steal.
I do not steal.
I don't want to get caught
I
stealing.
do not steal, and you know better than that.
All right, we got to go. Thank you, Jody, for
Thank you.
everything. Thank you for everything.
And I know you're getting ready to go eat my enchiladas. Yum.
How many are you going to want? Because there are, 4 left over or 5?
Yeah, 4. And how many can you eat?
I don't know. I was just asking how
I
many
have
you
1.
wanted. That wasn't the question. The question was how many are you going to eat?
4, so you can have
All right.
1. You can have 3.
They're not that good.
Okay.
All right. Bye. Hey, it's TJ, and it's time for you to lose that weight you've been talking about for a long time. And you think, well, I can't get this weight off. I've tried, and it seems like the only way I'm going to be able to do it is with some of these expensive drugs. Well, you don't want to do that. You need Calitrin. Order Calitrin today. That could help you lose weight the safe, effective way. Go to tjriggins.com/weight loss. tjriggins.com/weight loss and try Calitrin today. It's Calitrin.